Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the CMA Show. My name is Devansh Sholabwani, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the section order I prefer to complete all sections of Part 2 of Certified Management Accountant program. Okay, so I started my CMA Part 2 journey exactly 1 year ago. It was May, and I started with section C, that is decision analysis. Because if you ask me, I think the best way to start part 2 is by starting section C, decision analysis, because it's a section that seems most interesting at beginners level. And if you are someone who has completed part 1, then section C is an ideal section for you to start because it has some components of part 1. So you will not face like something totally out of blank or something totally fresh. You will be seeing some concepts from part 1 when you're starting from section C, that is decision analysis. So section C has three subsections. It has cost volume profit analysis, and it has marginal analysis and pricing as well. Okay. Now most part of pricing subsection is just like the pricing that we studied in 12th standard, demand and supply, the basic concepts of demand and supply, the graphs, the different categories of markets, the different types of markets and all that, oligopoly, monopolistic competition, all such. Okay, so it is an easier section for you to start. It's a good section, and you'll be able to complete this section again 10 to 15 days. You'll be able to do that. Max to max, it can go for up to like 20 days with proper conceptual clarity and well practiced. Okay, so when I completed my section C, I went to complete section D, that was risk management. Now this risk management section is all theoretical. It's a very small section. It doesn't have much to offer, but of course it will be tested, and it is an important section because of course we are talking about assessment and assessing and evaluating the risk that an organization faces, the companies face, the different types of risk, different levels of risk, and how do we deal with these risks as a certified management accountant. So yeah, it's a small section, but it is an important section. Of course, again, refer to learning outcome statement and do theoretical sections as per learning outcome statement. Okay, so risk management is an easy section. Okay, and it doesn't have much question. In online test bank that I used Wiley. It doesn't have much question. When we are talking about risk management, it's lesser question compared to all other sections. Okay, so you can complete risk management within a week. Max to max, it will take 7 days to complete risk management with proper conceptual clarity and all questions practiced, all MCQs practiced. Okay, after completing risk management, I went on to do a tricky section, and that is investment decisions. Investment decisions is section E of part 2. We are talking about part 2 of certified management accountant program, and part 2 is strategic financial management. Okay, now when we are talking about strategic financial management, we are talking about investments. We are also talking about investment management. Okay, organizations, companies make huge investments if it concerned with machinery, concerned with acquisition of another organization, concerned with specific programs, marketing campaigns and whatnot. Everything is an investment. Okay, so as a CMA, you should be able to evaluate the investment decisions. Okay, so this section is all about that. Now When you'll do section C, you will be able to solve MCQs. When you are doing section D, you will be able to do MCQs. But when you are starting to solve MCQs of section E initially, you will face lots and lots of typical questions, and your online test bank result concerned with investment decisions will not be very good. But with practice, it will improve. So don't lose patience, don't be doubtful with your preparation when you are seeing that your score is not good. It just means that you need more conceptual clarity and more practice and more patience. Okay, so I'm telling you in advance that investment decisions has a lot of typical questions and lot of indirect questions. Section C, that is decision analysis, has some direct questions. Section E, if we are talking about investment decisions, it has questions that are all indirect. It meaning they'll not ask you anything directly, and most of the time you will calculate things wrong, you'll understand things wrong. This section is all about that. Okay, so when practicing this section, when studying for this section, you need to have patience. Okay, I need to do this section twice. Once completing all the readings and video lectures and practicing, I again had to read it and then again practice it, then I got it right. So yeah, don't lose patience. Okay, then after completing my section E, that was investment decisions, I went on to complete section F, that is professional ethics. Okay, this section is all about professional ethics and moral concepts. As a professional, the things that you have to keep in mind: as a member of Institute of Management Accountants, you have responsibility. As a CMA candidate, as a CMA, what responsibilities you have, and you have to adhere to these responsibilities. You have to respect these responsibilities, these duties. Okay, so again, whole theoretical section, not very tough, easy to understand, easy to solve. Okay, you won't face any much of fuss in section D and section F as well. Both the sections are easier to solve and to understand. So now when you're done with these four sections, that is section C, section D, section E, section F, the only sections for you to do will be section A, that is financial statement analysis, and section B, corporate finance. Okay, so after completing my section F, I went on to start corporate finance. Now this section is the most important, the most typical, and the lengthy section of part 2. Okay, so when we are talking about strategic financial management, it's all about corporate finance. Okay, it is, the corporate finance, this section B is basically a financial world. It has everything that corporates deal when it comes to finance. The investment decisions, that section E I was talking about, it is also included in, or at least some part of section E is included in section B in the corporate finance. Okay, so you need to have some patience when you are doing section E, and you need to have twice the patience that you had in section E for section B, corporate finance. Okay, because it is very lengthy sections. Questions will not be direct, questions will be very much घुमा फिरा के पूछा जाएगा. At some point you'll feel like, what is going on with this section? Okay, you have studied something, but questions are totally something else, absolutely like out of nowhere. Why are they asking such things? What is going on? Relax, it takes time. Okay, and questions will be like that in exam as well. Okay, so when studying for corporate finance, when studying for section B, make sure you are reading and understanding concepts very carefully, very precisely, and very accurately. It is all about details. CMA is all about details. As a CMA, you will be considered a devil in the details. Okay, we are all about details. We know what is going behind the numbers, and we want to become that guy. So corporate finance has lot of things, has lot of concepts, has lot of definitions, and different investment securities, different investment options, different types of investments, different types of markets and financial markets and investment banking operations and what not. It has everything for you to become an expert in finance field. Okay, section B is all about finance. And the thing about finance is, again, questions will not be direct. When it comes to accounting, questions are direct. When it comes to finance, questions are not direct. That's the basic difference between part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is more about accounting. Part 2 is more about finance. And the questions in part 1 are direct, not that direct, but compared to part 2 they are direct, and questions in part 2 are indirect because it's all about financial management, strategic financial management. Okay, so I'm asking you again and again, when you are studying for corporate finance, have some patience. You will not get everything right instantly. You need practice, you need crystal conceptual clarity, especially when you are going for section B, that is corporate finance. Okay, give yourself some time, practice regularly, study concepts regularly, revise your concepts regularly. Okay, you will require some time to complete corporate finance and you'll be able to do that. Okay, so after completing section B, the only section that is left is section A, financial statement analysis. In this section you will learn to analyze financial statements. Okay, now you can analyze financial statements with different types of ratios. Ratio is a relationship between two or more components of financial statements, right? And you will learn different types of ratios. You will learn the formula for different types of ratios, and then you'll learn to compare the ratios and see where the company is going, the pattern. Okay, very interesting section, very beautiful. Okay, so there is a part of section A that deals with foreign investments and accounting for foreign subsidiaries and foreign investments, and section B as well has a component where you'll see the financial management for foreign subsidiaries. Okay, so both of these sections, section A and section B, has a part of foreign financial management, dealing with foreign currencies, accounting for foreign currencies, accounting for foreign investments and foreign subsidiaries. So yeah, section A wasn't very tough and wasn't very easy. It was kind of in between. But section B requires most of your attention, and you have to have an eye for details when you are studying for section B specifically. If you ask me, all of these sections require you to have an eye for details, but section B specifically. Okay, so I gave myself 10 to 15 days for section A, max to max 20 days, because it's a little bit of a bigger section. Okay, so yeah, that's how I completed part 2 of my certified management accountant program. And you can have better strategy. This is my strategy. Again, you're free to do and free to go with different strategies. It's just my experience that I'm sharing with you all. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, keep watching CMA Show and make sure to share this video with your study partner. Okay, like this video, and if you're new here, you can subscribe to the CMA Show. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.